Hello
Ready?
everyone, Grandmaster VAR AKOBIAN here, and I'm here with my student Jonathan Macting, and we're going to take a look at the games from the St. Louis I Am Norm tournament. This game is played between my private student Joshua ALTMAN against the FIDE master SETHURAMAN. Let's take a look. Josh actually had a lot of good opportunities in this tournament, but his conversion, he had a lot of great winning position, but conversion was not at the very top. So that's what we're working on with him right now. So e6 now. After this move, black is basically saying, you know what? If you put a knight on c3, I want to go bishop b4. Okay?
Yeah,
I want to pin that knight. Okay? So that's why white plays knight f3. He says, you know what? I don't want to play the nimzo. I don't want to be under the pin, so I'm going to do this.
that's what I do.
Now d5 played. Now this is kind of transposing into, it could be a queen's gambit decline, semi-Slav, or even if you play knight c3, bishop b4 here, that would be the Ragozin opening. So Josh decided to take. This is a pretty solid and a safe line for white. c6, bishop g5. h6 now, questioning the bishop. Bishop goes back on h4, bishop f5. So what black should be quite happy because the bishop on f5 is well placed and it's also guarding the important diagonal. Now e3, knight b7. Bishop d3, bishop d3, queen d3, developing, and now bishop d6. So it's a very safe play. And here I was a little bit surprised because in my practice, I always play rook a b1 here and go for the minority attack. This is what I know about these positions. And if black plays a5, you play a3 before and play for that. But Joshua told me that he analyzed this move e4. And it looks like there's some people who play like this. The point is to break the center. And after bishop e7, just knight g3. The idea is that you want to put a knight on f5. Okay? Knight goes on f5. And if somehow you play the move g5, knight f5, there's this beautiful move queen e3. Attacking
nice
this and threatening to take this. And that's going to make things really, really difficult for black to do.
That's a clever way to do a sacrifice.
So let's say.
And it's built out of black attacking
actually, if
white.
you take his bishop f8, so you can actually just go boom.
Check. Queen in.
Yeah, it's just a very, very strong attack, and you can see that black king is just completely open.
Yep.
So I'm sure his opponent was slightly puzzled after the move knight g3. Knight goes here. Rook a d1. a5, a3. And black, but the black position is quite solid as well here. So g6, trying to remove the knight. You know, that's probably a good idea. But remember, every time you push the pawn in front of the king, that you slightly weaken it. So knight d3. Queen b3, activating the queen and putting pressure on f7 and b7. Now there's an offer to exchange queens, but you definitely don't want to change queens with white because if you do, you're going to be slightly worse because of the isolated pawn. Rook e6, bishop g3, knight d5. So, yeah, like I said, position is just about equal here. It goes knight c4, queen a6, rook a1 now. Now white is repeating, but black says, no, I'm about 150 points higher, so I want to push for a win. Yeah, but now this actually helps white to get the, to challenge for that file. Knight f8, knight e4. I like knight e4 because now knight is ready to reroute on c5.
Yep.
Bishop e5. Idea to block the e file and then prepare the move knight c5. Knight d6. And now again, repetition. Altman is happy to repeat, but his opponent is not. And he goes for a blunder. This is a very common mistake, actually, Jonathan.
I don't want to
draw. The higher ranked player doesn't want to repeat, and instead he makes a really bad move.
Yeah.
Because he wants to keep the game going.
Because he wants to get his win.
And here Josh has to just take.
Yeah, for sure. Looks great.
His other attack. You can just continue with your attack.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the knight on d6 is very strong, and then h5 is coming up now.
It's
So it's gonna
outposted.
be,
It's crushing.
yeah, it's gonna be very easy to play for white. But instead, he took.
Oh,
I'm not
the
sure about
chick.
it, but the pawn structure is
Yeah,
compromised.
and now
Now
it
also it's a
trades.
pawn. It's still an advantage.
Yeah. You could
It's
still
still
like
an
queen.
advantage.
Yeah, queen.
Like,
I would have played that too. Queen e5 so before I was thinking.
yeah, I think they just.
Mm, no, it's. Let's see. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
complicated. Like,
b6
yeah,
and I guess just take the rook and. Yeah, it looks like it's just. Now this. Oh, now this and knight g6.
that's a really nice mate.
Yeah.
So then you can keep the checks going
Yeah, I think
and get paid one more pawn.
White probably thought he can, Altman probably didn't think. Oh, he didn't have much time. He told me he had about a minute and a half left.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
you
his
can't
opponent
play
played
that.
queen b6 and offered him a draw.
Sure,
So just
that's
they
reasonable.
actually analyzed this, but this wasn't the game. So in the game they agreed to a draw here, but he was thinking to play rook e2. Okay. Very interesting
Cool.
game in
I
the
like
Queen's
that
Gambit
game.
declined. And one question for you, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Do you think? What do you think of this e4 break? Did you like it, or do you would like to play the other line, the rook e1 line?
I love it. I mean, like I like because what I like about it is like when you're like a club level player, you play like a lot of like Trojan bishop, bishop takes, h6 kind of lines that don't work in most positions. But this like black is putting the energy into the bishop, and it creates a lot of pretty practical threats for like high level players. And
Yeah.
so I think if it played through the way that he thought it would, I think it was a really cool weapon. Probably the most interesting, like novelty we've seen so far. Like as far as like
No,
trying
it's
something
it's
different.
definitely interesting fun. At first, I wasn't so sure about it, but then when I saw the move knight g3, knight f5, I said, quite
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I like that. Without that, I would hate it, I would say. But
Yeah.
with this little novelty and how strong the knight and the queen get together, I
Yeah,
think it's
knight
pretty
f5 gets in.
practical.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes it very interesting and playable.
Yeah. So
All
it's like a
right.
nice gambit.
Yeah.
It's fun. I
Yeah.
like it.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching, everybody, for this video, and we'll be back with more videos.